Hello and welcome to our deep dive into the legendary tale of Ragnarok, the end of the world in Norse mythology. This narrative, rich in symbolism and epic battles, has fascinated people for centuries. Let's journey through the legends and myths that culminate in this cataclysmic event. In Norse mythology, Ragnarok is the series of events leading to the end of the world, including a great battle foretold to result in the death of numerous gods, natural disasters, and the submersion of the world in water. Central to the myth of Ragnarok is the great battle that takes place between the gods, the Aesir and the Vanir, and their enemies, the giants and other monstrous beings. This battle is not just a clash of physical strength, but also of cosmic forces. Odin, the chief of the gods, fights the monstrous wolf Fenrir but is ultimately devoured. His son Vidar avenges him by tearing Fenrir apart. Thor, the god of thunder, faces the world serpent Jormungandr and manages to kill it, but succumbs to its venomous bite. As the battle rages on, the world itself begins to fall apart. The sky splits open, the earth trembles, and the seas surge over the land. The sun and moon are swallowed by the wolves, Skoll and Hati, plunging the world into darkness. However, Ragnarok is not just about destruction. After the chaos, a new world emerges. The earth rises from the sea, green and fertile once more. Two human survivors, Lif and Lifthrasir, emerge to repopulate the earth. A few gods, including Odin's sons Vidar and Vali, and Thor's sons Modi and Magni, survive and rebuild. The tale of Ragnarok is rich in symbolism. It represents the cyclical nature of time in Norse cosmology, where the end is merely a prelude to a new beginning. This cycle of destruction and rebirth reflects the Norse view of the universe as a dynamic and ever-changing entity. Furthermore, the characters and events of Ragnarok serve as metaphors for the inevitable struggles and ultimate resilience found in human life. The gods' bravery in the face of certain doom and the eventual renewal of the world underscore themes of courage, fate, and hope. Ragnarok has been adapted and referenced in various forms of modern media, from literature and films to video games and comics. These adaptations often emphasize the epic and dramatic aspects of the myth, bringing it to new audiences and ensuring its continued relevance. The themes of Ragnarok resonate with contemporary concerns about environmental degradation, societal collapse, and the hope for renewal. Its enduring popularity demonstrates the power of ancient myths to address modern anxieties and inspire reflection on our world. The Legend of Ragnarok is more than just a story of destruction. It is a profound narrative about the eternal cycles of creation and destruction and the resilience of life. As we explore these ancient myths, we find timeless truths and reflections of our own experiences. Yggdrasil, the world tree, begins to tremble and decay as a sign of the coming Ragnarok. Its leaves wither, and the great serpent Nidhogg gnaws at its roots more fiercely than ever. This weakening of Yggdrasil symbolizes the destabilization of the cosmos and the impending doom. Heimdall, the watchman of the gods, blows the Gjallarhorn to signal the beginning of Ragnarok. The sound of the horn echoes across all the worlds, alerting the gods and their enemies that the final battle is imminent. This call to arms is a pivotal moment in the unfolding of Ragnarok. The fire giants from Muspelheim, led by Surtur, set the sky ablaze as they march towards Asgard. The flames spread, consuming everything in their path, representing the destructive force of fire and the end of the world as known. Surtur's fiery sword is a key element in this inferno. Loki's daughter, Hel, releases her army of the dead to fight against the gods. These soldiers, who died dishonorably, rise from the underworld and join the ranks of the giants and monsters. The clash with Hel's army adds another layer of horror to the already cataclysmic events. Freya, the goddess of love and beauty, fights valiantly during Ragnarok. She leads the Valkyries and the chosen warriors from Valhalla into battle. Despite her strength and bravery, she is overwhelmed by the forces of chaos. Her fate is sealed in the destruction that befalls Asgard. The Vanir, a group of gods associated with fertility and prosperity, return to aid the Aesir, the main pantheon of gods, in the battle. Despite their efforts, the combined forces of the Aesir and Vanir are unable to prevent the destruction. This unity, however, highlights the desperation and finality of Ragnarok. The Einherjar, the chosen warriors who reside in Valhalla, make their last stand during Ragnarok. Led by Odin and the Valkyries, they fight fiercely against the forces of chaos. Their bravery and sacrifice are legendary, even though they ultimately fall in battle. The dwarves, master craftsmen, create powerful weapons and armor for the gods in preparation for Ragnarok. Despite their efforts and the quality of their creations, these artifacts are not enough to turn the tide of the battle. The involvement of the dwarves showcases the comprehensive nature of the struggle. After the catastrophic events of Ragnarok, the world is reborn. The earth rises from the sea, lush and fertile. The surviving gods, including Vidar and Vali, sons of Odin, and Modi and Magni, sons of Thor, begin the task of rebuilding. This new world symbolizes hope and the cyclical nature of time. Fenrir, the monstrous wolf and one of Loki's children, had been bound by the gods due to his immense power and threat. During the chaos of Ragnarok, Fenrir breaks free from his bonds. This escape marks the breaking point where the forces of chaos can no longer be restrained. Hel, the ruler of the underworld and Loki's daughter, sends her legions of the dead to join the battle against the gods. These spirits, who died dishonorably and reside in Helheim, rise to fight alongside the giants and other forces of destruction. This undead army adds to the overwhelming numbers against the gods. Yggdrasil, the world tree that holds the 9 worlds together, suffers greatly during Ragnarok. The serpent Nidhogg gnaws at its roots with increased ferocity, and as the world burns, the tree begins to wither and die. The destruction of Yggdrasil represents the collapse of the cosmic order. During Ragnarok, the wolves Skoll and Hati finally catch and devour the sun and moon, plunging the world into darkness. This event marks the obliteration of celestial order and adds to the sense of doom and despair that pervades the end times. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the myths and legends of Ragnarok. We hope this exploration has provided you with a deeper understanding of Norse mythology and its enduring impact on our world.